Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addresses in the Quran people who are blind to His signs, blind to this reality. And He gives us many examples. Amongst them, لَهُمْ قُلُوبٌ لَا يَفْقَهُونَ بِهَا وَلَهُمْ أَعْيُنٌ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ بِهَا. They have hearts, but they don't comprehend. They have eyes and they have sight, but they do not truly see. In other words, what they're experiencing is a spiritual blindness. A spiritual blindness may blind you from the thing that empirically is right in front of you. Scientifically, it's right in front of you. Psychologically, it's clear as day to you. But blindness is a disease that destroys. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us from that. There are many people who excel in their professions, whether an engineer, a doctor, a nurse, a lawyer, a journalist. There are people who excel in so many different ways, but they're blind to their purpose. And we ask Allah to protect us from that. There are people who witness what's happening in different countries around the world and even here as well in terms of injustice. And we know, and we see how people are oftentimes in denial. And the terrifying part is that every single choice multiplies. It's not like you're making one choice today that has no impact on millions of other choices or consequences in one's own future. And I'll give you some examples. The one who decides to skip Fajr today is making a conscious choice, voting for a different version of himself or herself tomorrow. Because it doesn't just become tomorrow, it becomes the day after that. It becomes the week after that. It becomes a lifestyle. It becomes a habit. And then 10 years go by. And the person says, what have I done? Why did I do that? How did I become so distant from something so obvious? The man who decides to send a so-called innocent text message, flirting with a coworker, finding himself later on in a situation that's regretful or possibly destructive to his marriage. How did he get to that point? It wasn't overnight. Oftentimes we ignore these subtle choices. We ignore the subtle steps of shaitan as well. وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا خُطُوَاتِ الشَّيْطَانِ. Don't follow the gradual steps of shaitan. And the Prophet ﷺ did in fact teach us, intentions do matter, إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ, no doubt, but also the actions matter. Actions have to be aligned with what the Prophet ﷺ clarified and exemplified of the Quran. How do you really worship Allah? How do you live a balanced lifestyle? And he warned us, ﷺ, إِيَّاكُمْ وَمُحَقَّرَاتِ الذُّنُوبِ فَإِنَّهُنَّ يَجْتَمِعْنَ عَلَى الرَّجُلِ حَتَّى يُهْلِكْنَهُ. Beware of the little or minor sins that people belittle. Beware of the deeds or the sins that people disregard. They don't take them that seriously. For they gather, they accumulate upon a person until they destroy him.